Good morning, everyone. Anand Niketan Satellite Ahmedabad hosts today's session on subject selection as per the new Education Policy 2020. My name is Mohit Mangal. I'm a career counselor. I'm an educational psychometrist and author of Career Guide 2020, which has been recommended by CBSE Delhi. First of all, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Nashi ma'am. I would like to thank Baljeet ma'am. I would like to thank Sonal ma'am and all other faculty members, parents, teachers who have connected with us in today's session. It will be an information overload session. I will request parents to please pull a chair, quickly sit, spend 30 minutes with me. You will, as a parent, have a lot of clarity about career options which are available in today's age and scenario. So without wasting much of the time, I'm straight away jumping in welcoming all the parents. Session objective for the day is I will talk to you about the subject combinations which are available after 8th in your current board and the current Indian education system. Also, I will talk to you about how to choose or how to make the right subject combination. And I will talk to you about more than 325 professions which are available for different subject combinations in India. I assume all of you are from grade 8th. Let us understand some basics. Wherever you go in the world, whichever board, whichever country you are studying in, every child is exposed to 5 broad categories of subjects. And what are those 5 broad categories? That is mathematics is number 1. Number 2 is science, where you study physics, chemistry and biology, all 3. Number 3 is social sciences, where you study subjects like history, civics, geography, economics. And when you go to higher grades, you study subjects like psychology, sociology, philosophy. You study languages, which could be national language or international language. You study international languages like English. And you study national or regional languages like Hindi, Gujarati, Sanskrit and so on. And last but not the least, that is the 5th category of subject, are practical skill-based subjects, which could include art and craft, sports, computers, coding, programming, carpentry, dancing, electronics, singing, and so on. If you look at this subject differentiation categorically and carefully, there is no 6th category of subjects which you study till grade 8 in any board across the world. Now, why I am giving you this segregation and what is the importance of this segregation? This segregation falls in a psychometric area which we call as aptitude. I hope all of you have heard this word, aptitude. Can I have some hand raises? How many of you have heard the word aptitude? Okay, great. I can see a lot of children. And there is another word which is known as attitude. I hope that also word you heard. What is the difference between these two? It is very important to understand. I will not talk about attitude today because this particular subject segregation falls under the umbrella of aptitude, but I will definitely clarify the word aptitude to you. What is aptitude? Aptitude is what in single line, simple definition, what we call as the natural bent of mind of the child. What is natural bent of the mind? Whatever comes naturally, comfortably, easily to the child is what we call aptitude of the child in that area to be high. Let me explain you with certain example. I'm sure all of you children were small when you were in your childhood. Definitely yes. बचपन में जब आप छोटे थे, and if you remember your childhood, अगर आपको वो याद नहीं है तो मे बी यू वुड रिमेंबर आपके घर में आपका कोई छोटा ब्रदर सिस्टर होगा जो पूरा दिन आपको परेशान करता होगा, उसको आपने थोड़ा ग्रो होते देखा होगा. वो भी नहीं तो सोसाइटी में नीचे वो चिल्लू पिल्लू घूमते रहते हैं इधर उधर, किसी अड़ोसियों पड़ोसियों के बच्चे, उनको देखा होगा. आपको 2-3 स्पेसिफिक कैटेगरीज के बच्चे बहुत स्ट्रांगली देखने को मिलते हैं. एक कैटेगरी का बच्चा वो है जिसको पापा मार्केट से वो छुप छुप चलने वाली ट्रेन ला के देते हैं. द चाइल्ड fixes the tracks, puts the train, switches off the button, and the train is taking beautiful rounds on that track. But the child is not interested in running that train comfortably, but is more interested in knowing when Papa is going to get out of the room. Because he probably wants to break open the train and see how does it work. And when Papa comes back to the room, he has a stupid motor hanging on a battery and say, Papa, the train used to work like this. So train has become used to. Thank you very much, okay, train. And there is another category of a child who is not interested in train, plane, car, helicopter at all. The child is interested in मैं और मेरा Mickey Mouse. He will sit in a corner, draw a stupid cartoon, paint it, shade it, color it, crayon it, and when in the evening Papa comes from office, goes and tells him, Papa, see, this is you. And there is a third category of child who is neither doing this thing. He or she is always bugging you with questions. You tell him this is a mobile phone, he will say Kyun. You tell him this is a teacup, he will say Kyun. You tell him this is my water bottle, he will say Kyun. One day Papa comes from office and tells him I am your Papa, he says Kyun. What is the difference between these three children? Nobody teach the first children to go and break open toys. Nobody tells the second one to make stupid cartoons. Nobody tells the third one to become Paresh Rawal and keep troubling your siblings or your parents round the day. What's the difference? Difference is the word aptitude. These things come naturally to the child. Nobody teach them. And when you grow and come to your higher classes in grade 8, 9, 10, these natural bent of mind gets converted in subject areas. There is one child in the class who is always getting highest marks in maths. And I am putting in so much amount of effort, so much amount of energy. I have kept a hand-holding teacher also for myself. Still I am not able to get marks in maths. And every time there is an exam, after the exams, I feel like quitting maths forever in life. And there is another child in the class who always gets highest marks in history, highest marks in geography. I don't understand how somebody can retain so many dates. What is the difference between you and that child? The difference is the first child who gets highest marks in maths has got higher aptitude in mathematical area. So let me explain you the connection. The importance of maths in life is it helps make daily life easy. It develops analytical skills. It develops problem solving skills. And you have to understand, are you able to consume mathematics easily, comfortably, without putting much efforts? What is the importance of science in life? It helps your brain grow and develop capability of finding new knowledge. It helps you resolve your curiosity of how things in and around work. It makes us think beyond what we see. I don't know how many of you would have seen that Discovery Channel. In Discovery Channel, there is a punchline, see beyond what you see. Science helps you in that. Does science come naturally, easily, comfortably to you? What is the importance of social sciences? We study subjects like history, geography, civics, economics. I don't understand, why do you need to study history? These are the type of questions which come to me. Well, history, civics, geography, economics, these are the subject areas which help us understand our roots, our background, our society, how we have evolved, why a particular human behavior is like what it is, how coexisting houses, cities, states, countries exist in the world on platform of economy. This is why social sciences becomes important. Languages. Fundamentally, I hope you all understand that languages make us different, or this is one of the distinguishing factor between humans and animals. It helps us communicate, pass on our emotions, understand somebody's feelings, communicate our viewpoints. Every child may not be great with all categories of subjects. Lastly, practical skill based. Somebody is doing very good in arts. That means artistic bent, drawing, sketching, painting, doodling. And whenever you sit with a paper, you try to make Madhuri Dixit, but it comes out to be your maid's daughter. You try to make an aeroplane, it comes out and the final literature comes out to become a ship. You don't understand what is art. You don't understand what is sketching, drawing, painting. Every time you try to do it, you screw it up. You try to play sport. Every time you pick up a bat and want to play cricket, you don't realize when the ball comes and straight away hits your wickets and your wicket is gone. Basically, practical subjects develop different types of skills in you. They help you finding creative solutions to more varied problems which you encounter in your life by making you think differently. It helps to make our surroundings and life more interesting. So things like art and craft, sports, photography, filmmaking, computers, culinary art, cooking, baking, microwaving, all these things form part of practical skill based areas. The importance is it makes us unique, different from others. So if you've understood the importance of each subject, you will be able to probably figure out what is something which is closer to you, which you get attracted to easily, which you are able to consume as a subject easily. And if you've understood that, what should be the basis of subject selection in ninth? Should it be peer group? All my friends are going for science, I should also take science. Whether I understand biology or not, whether I understand physics or not, whether I understand maths or not. No. If you understand these 5 categories of subjects and you understand the word aptitude, I hope you realize each one of you children are unique. You have different aptitudes. So don't follow your peer group. Don't follow parental influence. When I say parental influence, I don't mean to, disconnect you with those parents who have observed you and trying to tell you the line of action which you should proceed with. But I am trying to be, shielding those children whose parents say, since I am a doctor, you have to become a doctor. Since I am an engineer, you have to become an engineer. Since I am a lawyer, you have to become a lawyer. Since I am a designer, you have to become a designer. May not be the right thing. Genetics has no connect with aptitude whatsoever. And for this one classic example which I give is my parents are both doctors. Genetics has no connect with aptitude whatsoever. So should I look for something which I call is the futuristic career? आने वाले 10 साल के बाद क्या सबसे अच्छा होगा, किसमें सबसे ज्यादा पैसा होगा? Societal influence. I say no. If you follow your passion, money will follow. But if you try to just follow a profession, your passion may not follow and connect you to that profession. So always look at your subject comfort at 10th grade level. Basic of stream selection should be subject group comfort at 8th grade level. Whatever subjects you are comfortable with, those subjects which come naturally, comfortably to you, are the subject areas which you should go ahead with. As we all know, we have different choices available in our education system. If you have good combination of science and maths, then you are the right candidate to take combination of physics, chemistry and mathematics, or physics, chemistry and biology, which is known as B group, or first one is known as A group. If you are having good combination of maths and economics, then you may look at courses like commercial studies or commerce. If you are very good with social science and languages, you should look at taking up subject combination of humanities and social sciences. And if you're more comfortable with skill-based subjects, try to take the subject combination which allied to skill-based subjects at grade 9 and 10 level is most comfortable to you, and then after 10th we can think of switching to a more skill-based area. So take science and maths if you're strong at the same, you're curious in knowing how machines and life works, and you have the ability to spend long hours with books and or computers. In that case, take science with maths. What are the opportunities available? You all have heard about engineering. You can get into becoming an engineer in the area of automobile, aeronautical, aircraft maintenance, biological sciences, biomedical, ceramic, chemical, civil, computer sciences, electronics, electronics and electrical, electronics and instrumentation, engineering, physics, engineering science. You can also go for instrumentation, leather technology, manufacturing science, marine, material science, mathematics and computing, mechanical, mechatronics, metallurgical, mining, mining machinery, naval architecture, ocean, petrochemical, petroleum, plastic, polymer, robotics, textile, and so on. These are all different kinds. And in this 2 slides, I have mentioned only 55 specializations in engineering. In total, if today you look at, there are more than 107 specializations available in engineering. Also, you can get into architectural planning with the combination of maths and science. You can become an archaeologist, architect, architectural engineer, surveyor, building inspector, conservation officer, interior designer, landscape artist, restoration artist, spatial designer, town planner, urban planner, and so on. Also, some other professions which are available for this combination of children could be to become a pilot, astronaut, naval officer, or a fashion technologist. If you're taking specifically biology along with your other sciences, you can also become a doctor in the area of allopathy, dentistry, Ayurveda, homeopathy, Siddh, naturopathy, or Unani medicine is also available under what we call as Ayush. You can be part of paramedical sciences, where you can specialize in the area of advanced care, anesthesia, cardiovascular, critical care, dialysis, imaging, laboratory, nursing, midwifery, nuclear medicine, occupational therapy, ophthalmic, optometry, occupational therapy, operation theatre, perfusion, pharmacy, physiotherapy, trauma. Rehabilitation sciences you can get into, where you can become an audiologist, auditory therapist, child welfare specialist, clinical social worker, counselor, developmental therapist, medical health support worker, orthotist or a prosthetist, otologist, clinical psychologist, rehabilitation therapist, or a speech pathologist. Veterinary sciences area is also a beautiful upcoming area where you can interact with either plants or animals or marine life, where you can get into animal husbandry, dairy. You can become a biotechnologist, genetist, nutritionist, aquaculturist, dairy scientist, fishery scientist, mariculturist, pisciculturist, livestock production and technologist, poultry scientist, veterinary bioscientist, pathologist, or a surgeon. Anybody from any of the combination of sciences can also get into becoming a pure scientist, specializing in anthropology, biochemistry, biophysics, biotechnology, botany, chemistry, forensic sciences, geology, mathematics, microbiology, physical sciences, physics, research science, seismology, statistics, or zoology. Agricultural sciences is also available to these children coming from any science background, where they can become an agriculturist, sericulturist, aquaculturist, mariculturist, horticulturist, floriculturist, food technologist. You can become an agricultural economist, plant pathologist, nutritionist, agronomist, biochemist, biotechnologist, or a scientist in the area of soil, vegetable, fruit, and so on. Who should take commercial studies? Not somebody who looks like this girl on your screen, but somebody who is good at maths and economics. You like working with data and numbers. You're curious in knowing about business dealings, analyzing transactions, and so on. I hope all of you must have seen that movie, Sare Zameen Par. Sorry, Tare Zameen Par. Sorry, my mistake. I hope you've seen that movie. In that movie, you see that boy sitting on the corner on that window. There is a puddle full of water. That puddle, the tires are moving on that road out of that puddle, touch, and the boy is enjoying sitting in the class. The teacher shouts at him and asks him to read something. Ishan, read something. So he looks at it and says, Madam, ye to naach rahe hain. And the teacher gets back and says, speak in English. He says, Madam, they are dancing. So what he's probably trying to interact with is something which we call our numbers. So if your relation with the numbers is not very good, then maybe commercial studies may not be the right thing for you. But if your relation with the numbers is comfortable, then commercial studies could be a very good option for you. After doing commercial studies, you can get into the area of actuary, auditing, banking. You can become a chartered accountant, company secretary, cost and works accountant, finance analyst, planner, controller, investment analyst, statistician, stockbroker, tax auditor, or a tax consultant. You should take social sciences and languages if you're strong at subjects of English, history, geography, civics. If you are having a versatile reading habit, you're good with observation and analyzing people. Social science and languages could be a very good option for you. And what you can do after that, a lot of people think that after taking humanities or social science in 11, 12, you may not have too many options. Just to tell you, there are more than 60 different specializations available after 12th in the area of BA. After which you can become a political scientist, psychologist, historian, geographer, anthropologist, archaeologist, philosopher, public administrator, curator, editor, journalist, sociologist, restorer, social worker, or a translator. Now, if a particular child is good with practical skill-based subjects, then what should you be doing? Then after 10th, either you should be going for a diploma education in the area of engineering technology, agricultural sciences, paramedical sciences, rehabilitation sciences, design fine arts, performing arts, or computer applications. Beyond that, there are other certifications or diploma programs also available in the area of event management, travel tourism, foreign language, healthcare and yoga, or vocational studies. Or you can do is take most appropriate choice in 11th, 12th. Like right now, what we are taking based on grade 8 to grade 10, we should be taking up most appropriate choice based on grade 10 in grade 11 and 12, and then switch to a general stream which is available to everyone. And what are those general streams? Those general streams which are available to everyone include law, hotel management, business management, mass communication, liberal studies, computer applications, sports, economics, social work, design, social sciences, performing arts, armed forces, or vocational studies. Quickly, I'll talk to you about qualities for each course, and then I'll talk to you about the options which are available. Who should go to law? Not somebody who is a lawbreaker, but somebody who can argue logically. Somebody who has got a good command on reading and writing. Somebody who has an interest in politics and social issues. And let me tell you, law is a very powerful career. Now, in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad specifically, we all have a habit of jumping the red light, traveling on wrong side, moving without seat belt, and very comfortably, if somebody comes in front of us, we tell him, "Dekhawad tu nathi." Arey Baba, you are traveling wrong side and asking me, "Dekhawad tu nathi." Now, and if somebody stops you, let's say you jump a red light and the cop stops you, by and large, I have seen either people will run away, zoom, and they will pass on the police guy, or even if the police guy just stops them, they will try to bribe the police guy. Now, God forbid, coming from Chandigarh, I don't break traffic laws because Chandigarh being a very strict city, I am groomed and grown up in a place where traffic laws are very strict. I will never jump a red light, but God forbid if someday by mistake I jump a red light and the cop stops me, I will peacefully stop and not do any one of these two things which I see a lot of people doing. I will peacefully stop. He will come to me and say, "Red light jump kidu che." I will say, "Yes sir, I am sorry, red light jump ho gayi mere se." लाइसेंस आपो, मैं उसको बोलूंगा सर ये लो लाइसेंस, चलान कटेगा, मैं बोलूंगा सर एनी ट्रैफिक लॉ ब्रेकर शुड बी चलान फॉर श्योर, लेकिन सर as per the Indian traffic law article 28 section B, you being the investigating officer on ground has the power to release me with a warning, please exercise your power. He will say, तुम मेरे को कानून सिखाते हो? मैं उसको बोलूंगा सर नहीं, मैं तो आपको सिर्फ आपकी शक्ति का एहसास दिला रहा हूं. If you know the law, nobody can fool you. And Knowing law brings a lot of personal power to you. After doing law, you can become an advocate, arbitrator, conciliator, corporate legal consultant, diplomat, investigator, judge, judicial magistrate, lawyer, legal advisor, litigator, mediator, professor, prosecutor, social activist, or a solicitor. Coming to hotel management, if you're very keen interest in cooking, eating, you see this boy with the open mouth trying to grasp the entire pizza. If you're like that booker type, people who enjoy, who are foodies, so you are able to distinguish between, let's say, Japanese, Korean, Italian, Mexican, Indian, different types of cuisines. You have excellent taste buds, then hotel management can be a very good option. After doing hotel management, you can get to become a part of air crew. You can become a baker, bar chef, caterer, chef, confectioner, food and beverages manager, food stylist, front office manager, hotelier, housekeeping manager, pastry chef, restaurant, sales and marketing manager, or a shift crew. Next is business management. If you have very good leadership skills, good teamwork abilities, you have keen interest in different types of business transactions, financial management, marketing, human resource management, information technology, systems and operations, business management could be a very good option. For business management, you can become a brand manager, entrepreneur, event manager, marketing manager, financial investment manager, IT manager, market research analyst, PR manager, HR manager, project manager, risk manager or analyst, sales manager, social media manager, supply chain manager. Coming to mass communication, if you have flair for writing and language, you're inquisitive, questioning, and you have the ability to work dedicatedly for very long hours on a single issue, then mass communication could be a very good option for you. After mass communication, you can become an anchor, advertiser, brand manager, blog, creative, content, copy, screenwriter, correspondent, director, editor, filmmaker, fashion communicator, journalist, media programmer, photojournalist, PR specialist, supporter, or a visual merchandiser. You're also open to go for liberal arts or liberal studies. Now, this is a beautiful concept where when you get into graduation, you don't fix up a stream or fix up a degree. If you like multiple subjects, you want to spend more time in identifying your liking and you want to choose your own subject and study what you like, then you can get into liberal arts. If you choose specialization in the area of humanities, you get a degree which is BA honors. Choosing specialization in management oriented area gives you a degree which is BBA honors. Commerce oriented area gives you a degree which is BCom honors, and science oriented area gives you a degree which is BSc honors. And based on that, as you can see, there are multiple different types of professions which you can get into after liberal arts. Coming to computer applications, if you can think logically, if you're good at coding, computer languages, you have interest in hardware, computer networking, and ability to sit on computers for long hours, then computer application could be a very good option. After which you can get into becoming an application designer, audio video technologist, computer system analyst, digital marketer, ethical hacker, game designer, media programmer, network engineer, programmer or a coder, search engine optimization specialist, software designer, VFX designer, web designer, or website tester. Next is economics. You have a strong bent towards academics and research, contain high aptitude towards mathematics, analytics, and numerics, and you have the ability to analyze different kind of mathematical data and present it well, then economics could be a very good option. And after economics, you can become an actuary, banking, you can become a business analyst, credit analyst, data analyst, finance analyst, economist, finance consultant, finance manager, investment analyst, market research analyst, policy analyst, portfolio manager, risk analyst, or stockbroker. Coming to design, if you have very good visualization and drawing, you have interest in sketching, painting, creating innovative things, then design could be a very good option. And one can become designer in the area of accessory, animation, apparel, ceramic, communication, fashion, fine art, footwear, furniture, UI UX, toy, textile, sculpture, product, leather, knitwear, interior, industrial. Next is performing arts. Primarily, there are three categories of performing arts: singing, dancing, and acting. If you have good physical stamina and presentation skills, you have keen observation power, and you're extremely talented in any respective field of art, then you can become an actor or an actress, choreographer, composer, dancer, director, dramatist, musician, screenwriter, singer, talent manager, theatre artist, trainer, or a vocalist. Moving to sports, a lot of children till date used to feel there are very little opportunities in sports. But believe me, if you have good stamina, mental strength, you're talented in any one particular sport, then you have multiple degrees now available after 12th to get into the area of sports, like Bachelor of Physical Education Sports, BA, BBA, BSc, BCom in sports or sports management. Lots of degrees are there. After finishing that, you can become an announcer, athlete, coach, commentator, equipment manager, physical trainer, referee, sports analyst, sports manager, or a stadium manager. Last but not the least, armed forces. If you're ready to handle crisis situation, you're disciplined, adventurous, good leadership, ability to follow directions, and ready to even lay your life for the country, then you can join Indian Army, Air Force, or Navy. Every boy or a girl now after 12th can appear for an exam known as NDA, National Defense Academy, and get into armed forces. My last piece of advice to all the children: never blindly follow friends or trends. Friends you should not follow because they themselves don't know what they want to do. But the moment they get to know about a new word, they are very flamboyant about it. Somebody would come to you and say, I want to be a psychologist. And you are figuring out in air, what does a psychologist mean? What does he do? And also don't follow trends. A lot of people, specifically parents, would come to me and say, sir, market में आजकल क्या चलता है? मैं बोलता हूं जी, फॉग डिओ चलता है. नहीं सर, कोई ऐसा प्रोफेशन बताओ जो हमारे बच्चे को बहुत सारा पैसा दे. Believe me, if you follow your passion, money will follow. But if you try to follow a profession or follow somebody, passion may not follow and thus money may not follow. Finally, before I close, I would once again like to thank Nashi ma'am. I would like to thank Kamal sir, Baljeet ma'am, Sonal ma'am, and all the parents and children who attended today's session. IQ Ideas, as you all know, we prepare students for entrance exams related to law, business management, hotel management, mass communication, liberal arts, economics, honors, social sciences, and all. For any such need after 10th, you can connect with us. If you're confused, not knowing what you're really meant for, which subject combination you should take for career counseling, you can connect personally with me at 7600 You can follow me on social media at IQ Mohit, and I'll open the house for questions. Go ahead with your questions. Please post them in the chat box. I'll be very happy to answer your questions.